Hey everybody, Sean Holsinger here from holsingersflyshop.com. The video I'm about to show you here is a blue-winged olive nymph. It's a real simple way to tie this, just using thread for the body on it. Really beginner's kind of fly and a really good fly to fish. Don't forget the material you can buy on our website, holsingersflyshop.com, and anything you need fly fishing related, we have it for you or we can get it for you. Just check us out. Thanks a lot. Okay, the fly I'm tying here is blue wing olive. This is a very simple pattern, very simple way to tie it. We're just going to use the thread for the dubbing on this one. I'm just using an olive thread, of course, for the blue winged olive. Get it started on your hook there. I'm using, tying this one on a size 16 Daiichi 1560 hook. I'm using a black bead. Now what I'm going to use here for the tail material is some wood duck feathers. I'm going to take about eight or so fibers here and just strip them off and then try to get them all lined up nice and even there. And then we're going to put it on. You want it about the same width as the hook gap there in length, and then we're going to tie it down. Tie it on soft at first so you can pull it and get it to the length you want it, and then we'll tie it down tight. Okay, and then we're going to wrap this down, pull our wood duck fibers off there. Now the next thing I'm going to put on is my ribbing. Just a piece of gold ultra wire, brassy size. Just going to tie it down. This is a very simple, very effective pattern for the blue-winged olive. And then we're just going to cover this hook with thread, okay? Hook up a little straighter there. Okay, to make the body, all we're doing is we're just going to wrap the thread over it and try to make it nice and even. Give it a little bit of a taper there. Building it up a little bit bigger towards the front. But just, the goal is just to try to get it nice and smooth. Okay, now we're going to put our ribbing on. Just keep the ribs nice and even going up through here. Cut our ribbing off. I like to bend it down with tips of my scissors there. Okay, now, and then I'll just cover up my thread there, make sure it's tied down tight. Now for this, we're going to use, for the dubbing, I'm going to use a mixture. Okay, the dubbing I'm using here is going to be a mixture of fox squirrel dubbing and some UV ice dub in tan color. I just mix it together, about a 50-50 mix. And to get this the way I want it, I'm actually going to do a dubbing loop, use my dubbing twister. I've showed this in some other, my Waltz Worms video, how to use this. But just going to run your finger through your loop, make a triangle there in your loop, and then you're just going to put this back out of the way. And you're going to stick the dubbing in between. It's a little bit much. Stick it in between that triangle that I made there with my dubbing loop. Get it to stay in between there. And then you're just going to twist it. And what it's going to do, it's going to make a nice tight rope, but it's going to get that fox squirrel dubbing to stick out and have little guard hairs sticking out of it. And it's just a little bit nicer way to do it than to dub it on and have that big bulky dubbed ball on your string. I just like the effects of this way a little bit better. You'll see here in a second. And then I'm just going to wrap this on. Doesn't take a whole lot. This is a pretty small fly. Okay, then I'm going to come back in here with my string, and I'm going to wrap this off. Get behind my dubbing loop there. A couple turns, we'll cut that off. And I'm just going to come in and whip finish this. Right behind the bead, put a nice little green color there on it with my whip finisher. Tie it off, and that's all that's to this fly. Like I said, it's a very simple way to tie the blue-winged olive. A little buggy there. That's why I like the dubbing loop for that. It gives it that buggy look. And really simple way to tie it. I hope you enjoyed it.